How's it going, everybody, and welcome to Math with Corey. Today we're going to be looking at a sequence, and we're going to define it as an arithmetic sequence, okay? And we're going to use an explicit formula to find the 10th term, okay? So let's do that now. Okay, so if I look at my sequence, and a sequence is just a list of numbers, right? I have 7, 15, 23, 31, and this list can go on and on and on forever, okay? What you see up here is n equals 1, n equals 2, n equals 3, n equals 4. Okay, that's basically saying my first term, right, the value for that is 7. And so n equals whatever, that's telling me what term, okay? So a notation that you might see is something like a sub 1. So the value, right, for my first term is going to be 7. A sub 2, right, so my second term, right, the value for that, 15. A sub 3, 23. And again, my fourth term, the value is 31, okay? So that's a notation that you might see, okay? All right, so first, right, in order to try to see what the 10th term would be, I first have to try to understand how am I getting from 7 to 15, from 15 to 23, and 23 to 31. How am I getting there? Well, what if I took 15 and I subtracted 7? What would I get? I'd get 8. What if I did 23 minus 15? I would get 8. What if I did 31 minus the previous number, which is 23? I would get 8. So I'm going to call this my common difference, right? Which I'm going to say, so D equals 8. Okay, so you can look at it as a difference, but what's really going on is I'm doing 7 plus 8, 15. 15 plus 8, 23. 23 plus 8, 31. Okay, so again, that's my common difference, right? From one number to the next. Okay, all right. So if I wanted to find the 10th term, how can I create some formula, right? In order so that when I plugged in 10 for n, I would just get a value right away, right? Instead of having to add 8 each time until I got to n equals 10. How can I do that? All right, well, if we look at a sub n, right? What we're going to be doing is starting with the initial value, okay, and then adding, okay, the difference times n minus 1, okay, or you can write this as this, a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d, right? That's how you usually see it, okay. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, if I wanted to find the 5th term, right, so that follows the 4th term, what would I do? Well, a sub 5 equals my initial value, my initial value here, 7. Okay, my first value in the sequence, 7, plus n minus 1, 5 minus 1 times the difference, which is 8. And how does that work? How does that make sense? Why am I doing, n minus 1 instead of just n times d or something like that? Well, if we can look at this, right, n equals 5, I'd be adding 8 once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, okay? So I take my initial value, I'd add it once, twice, 3, 4 times, okay? So that's why it's going to be 5 minus 1, which is 4, okay? So a sub 5 equals 7, okay, plus, okay, this is going to be 4 times 8, okay, so it's going to be a sub 5 equals 7 plus, 4 times 8 is 32, plus 7, 39. 39, okay? So that's great. So again, I'm taking my initial value plus n minus 1 times the difference, okay, my common difference. So let's find a sub 10, right? What is the value for the 10th term, a sub 10? So a sub 1, right, that first value there, 7 plus, okay, n minus 1. Well, n in this case is 10, so I'm going to do 10 minus 1 times my common difference, which is 8, okay? So a sub 10 equals, okay. All right, let's see what we get here. So 7 plus 9 times 8, okay? So a sub 10 equals, well, 7 plus 9 times 8, that's going to be 9 times 8, 79. And that's how you get a sub 10. Okay, so instead of just adding each time, so again, you might say that, well, in order to get to the 10th value, I could just add 8, that many times and get to the 10th value. right? But what if I asked you for a much larger value right here, right? So what if I asked for the 25th term or the 26th term or the 28th term, whatever? It's going to take a while, right, to get to that term. So in this case, this formula here is going to be very useful, okay? If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'm more than happy to help, so that's what I'm here for. So if you guys have any different types of math you'd like to see or any questions, please let me know, okay? Thank you for watching.